Hello, just before you watch my review of Ghost Series 5, if you're watching this on Friday the 6th of October, today, Friday the 6th of October, Ghost Series 5, has just come out at 6 AM on the BBC iPlayer. It airs tonight at 8:30 PM on BBC One, and this review contains major spoilers for the whole of Series 5. I've just watched every episode of Series 5, episode 1 to 6, so I know what the show entails, whether or not it's good, and what my review is on the show. I'm looking forward to find out how Ghosts properly end with the Christmas special, as we all know. I'm looking forward to On Button House Confidential, which is my Ghost-related YouTube channel, to review the new Ghosts book, because I'm going to download the audio book on the day it comes out on the 26th of October. More videos about Ghosts will be on the Button House Confidential YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the review. Roll title sequence. Hello everyone and welcome back to the third channel. Hopefully you enjoyed the interview I uploaded yesterday. It was a fantastic interview. Now today we're talking about something that may contain spoilers. Sorry, I don't mean may contain spoilers, will contain spoilers. Because this is to talk about, review the new series of Ghost Series 5, the UK version. It came out today at 6 AM because it's currently 10:26 as of time of recording, and I want to review it because it's the final series. I will be reviewing the Christmas special separately because I'll tell you, the ending was like it was ending a series, but I think the Christmas special is going to be the one that was going to end the series properly, and end the series really well, and it's going to be a good wrap up. This was like I watched it and went, that's it, and I thought, I'm glad there's a Christmas special because I wouldn't want that to be the ending. It's a good ending to the series, might I add, but I just wouldn't want that to be the ending to the whole show. And so we'll start at the very beginning. Series 5, episode 1. Well, what do I say about that? It was an interesting episode because it continued on from series 4. Because the end of series 4, if you don't remember, the gatehouse that they used to rent out to people, that burnt down and got electrocuted and got lightning strikes, and what happened to Robin, where you could briefly see Robin for a few seconds. So that had all happened in the last series. So the first episode of this series was them trying to investigate whether or not the claim, they wanted to get money back on that from the insurance companies, and whether or not that claim was an accurate claim or not. To me personally, I would have said that was an accurate claim. Anyway, so the first episode was really good because it had the back catalogue from the end of series 4. We had the ghosts being themselves and reacting to the situation at hand, and then we also had another situation on hand because we had Mike dealing with the investigator. We had Alison dealing with April Fools because it was April Fool's Day in the Button house. So she's had to go and deal with April Fools, as in to deal with it, to get revenge from their April Fools on her. So that is interesting. But we get in this whole series more of Humphrey. But I do feel like the Humphrey was left on the sidelines during the other series. Series 3 episode 2, Humphrey did not appear in it as much as you would think. So I'm glad that Humphrey's in this series more. We get a narrative arc of what was... There's an episode where where they're all trying to investigate what's happened in the past. But Humphrey was knocking about, so Humphrey mentioned bits. And the body and trying to solve all that all becomes apparent as well in this series. So, in episode 1, the bit that works really well, in my opinion, is the April Fool's storyline. I know that the investigation with the past series was good and all, but I do prefer Alison's April Fool's storyline because she's getting to the weaknesses of each of the ghosts, trying to see how gullible they are, and I think that, right, personally, is the best bit of Ghosts this series, right? Episode 3 was, episode 2, sorry, was not as interested as episode 1, but worked really well because Thomas, his book that he was trying to get published throughout the previous series, didn't happen. So he's trying to get notoriety somewhere else. And we find that the newspaper for, a newspaper article says, we're looking for poets. If you have a poem, send it in by today at 5 PM, so the day that it was set in the episode. So you get Thomas working on the poem, and then that poem storyline stops there. But then later on in the series, so episode 5, we get a callback to episode 2. Because the outcome of the episode then affects how Thomas feels. And that's what's good about this series as well, because you get more of learning about their feelings as ghosts. And about how they think of mortality. And this series, we undercover how Kitty dies and how Captain dies. A lot of people already knew we were going to get a Captain-centric episode from all the photos that had previously been released. But we know now how Captain died and what Captain's real name is. I chuckled and had to go back and say, really? Really, Captain's name? I won't say that because I don't know if anyone watching this ignored my warnings at the beginning that this was going to be spoiler riven and started watching the review anyway and gone, hang on, that's his name? I was going to watch it, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm just skirting around telling the plot details really, but I am spoiling bits and bobs, just in case someone's accidentally not listened to my warning. Woo! So, back to it. So I think that the strengths of this series has been character development. They've mentioned that it's been 5 years. They've mentioned that they're running out of money. The whole series is based around how does he save money? How do they try and save themselves? How do they get through this? Then you get the arc of what's happened to Alison throughout this series. Because Alison has got new development. And it's interesting on what sort of abilities ghosts can have. Because when you watch My Hero, which is a fantastic sitcom that Ardlaw O'Hanlon was in, he can see inside human bodies, so he can see like the spleens and all the different body parts, and he knows what sex the baby is when Janet Dawkins ends up becoming pregnant. Now, in Ghosts, it's a similar thing. Now we know that when you fall into a human as a ghost, you can see inside of it. So Kitty had her whole storyline where she didn't know how to keep a secret, which is a fantastic storyline, might I add again. So, episode 3. Episode 3 wasn't as good as episode 2 and 1, but still had promise of what it was. So now they're trying to get more land and trying to sell more things to gain more money. So I think episode 3 was sort of good, but not as good as you would hope. It turned out there's a secret vault that they keep stuff in, which no one knew about. Episode 4, again, wasn't as good as the first two, but was still incredible. Every episode, right, in this series was fantastic, were the best out of any edition of Ghosts you can have. Sorry, I thought I wasn't recording there for a second, so I wanted to check. But some episodes had bits that slightly could have worked better than others, if you get me. So I'm giving this my honest and most fairest review possible. So episode 4 didn't work as it was fantastic, but you sort of sense there was something gonna happen. There's something gonna happen, and this is like the turning point in the series where they're like, right, we need to change the shift ever so slightly and go into the last few episodes with a bang. We need to go through with a bang. We know we're gonna have a Christmas special. We know that's gonna happen, so we're not gonna end the series how we want to end the whole show. We'll do that at Christmas time, but we need to get ourselves through this. Come on. So episode 5, this is the main episode that everyone cares about. This is the episode where we find out what Captain's name is. We find out how the Captain died. We find out how come he ended up being in Button House when he died. We find out all the details about him because one reason only. Obviously Robin was out the room, went into another room and watched, the TV was on in this other room. And it was about a meteorite. And he thought he had some knowledge that this could mean that one of them is going to be sent off to the other world. To the whatever's next after being ghosts. And so the whole episode is about each one of them realise that they haven't finished. And they're not ready to go. And they want to think to themselves, I'm ready to leave. They want to get it in themselves. Right, that they're ready to go. They want to reassure themselves that it's not going to be bad, it's not going to be awful, we're not going to be sad. And so each person, one by one, has realised. Obviously earlier in the series we knew about Kitty's death, so Kitty, Lady Button, Robin, Thomas, Humphrey, Pat. We'd already known their deaths. So Captain was left. And because Captain was left, we had to go, right, what do we do? So the final moment, just before the main story of the episode was going to come to an end, before Alice and Mike come back from their wild night to try and make sure they're not becoming adults yet, they want to still be children. Well, before that storyline over there waddles in, right, to play, this ends with Captain telling the story of how he died and what happened. And if I was one of those people that would cry when watching TV, which I'm not, then that would be the moment. You would be teary, you would cry, all the tears would fall because of the events that unfold. It's not the death you would expect, is all I'm gonna say. Because I saw that and thought, really? That's how they're killing him off? I like the death. I think he's interesting. But that can't be it, surely. That can't be it. That's unexpected. So, episode 6 comes. And you think to yourself, right, I've seen the trailer. And we have to work out who's going to die, who's going to disappear, how is this all going to end. We get a storyline of Robin and Pat being in love with the weather girl, who does weather. And we've got Mike and Alison deciding whether or not to sell the house to make it a hotel bar for the crazy golf course that these French people a French company wanted to make. So they had to do that decision. Then you had to decide whether or not they had 2 plots going on. Then, when they were all trying to save Button House so that Mike and Alison didn't leave, something drastic happened that you didn't expect, which was Alison didn't know that Julian pushed her off in the first place to make all this unfold. So you then spend the next half of the episode working out, will Alison just sell it all immediately, or will Julian apologise? Luckily, it was a happier ending. The ending of the whole series, right, I'll say this in a more dramatic fashion, if I win myself back slightly. The ending of the whole episode was good, but it left the question open. How will the Christmas special end? The series ended happy, but will the Christmas special end happy? Or will it end with all the ghosts, one by one, going off to the afterlife? Who knows? Who knows? Not me. I don't know. I don't know. So, overall, what do you think of this series? Well, right, so if we do it a 10 out of 10, so Series 1 was obviously a 10 out of 10. Series 2 was a 9 out of 10. Series 3 was a 9 out of 10. Series 4 was definitely a 10 out of 10. And Series 5, again, 10 out of 10. So 1, 4 and 5, to me, gets a 10 out of 10. 2, 3 gets a 9 out of 10. The Christmas special that was attached to Series 4 gets a 10 out of 10. Hopefully the Christmas special gets a 10 out of 10. Did I like this series? Yes. Did I wish the BBC didn't upload all the episodes onto the iPlayer all at once? Yes. Did I wish they just edit weekly and not have to worry about the iPlayer? Yes. So, thank you guys for watching, and remember, this is the Ghosts review over and done. That's what I want you to remember. Now, on this weekend on Button House Confidential, which is my Ghosts related YouTube channel, I will be uploading How Will Ghosts Will Ghosts End Happily. I will be uploading series 1 to 5 reviews, so the reviews from this channel, the third channel, including this review you're watching here, will be uploaded onto that channel in a compilation video as one full video. So I'll write on it what reviews there are, I'll add bits at the beginning, and I'll also upload my favourite ghost character video, which as of the time of recording, which is the Friday the 6th of October at 10:41, I think the best character in Ghosts is still Pat Butcher, even is what I said in that review. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Time on to out. Bye! I'm gonna head off that way.